saw this hack. Okay, I saw this hack on TikTok of how you could record videos on your phone and make it so that you could like use them both on TikTok, so like the 9x16, and on YouTube with the 16:9, but I kind of messed up. The next few clips are vertical but with like fuzzy backgrounds, like on the side, so that it's still horizontal. Anyway, so just ignore that, okay?
Everyone's in bed right now, and I really should actually go to bed myself, but instead I've been drinking water. Is my camera dirty? I've also been watching Glee. I'm on season 3, episode 18, I think it is. I just remembered that my in-laws are coming into town tomorrow because I actually leave in 2 days. I haven't said anything to anyone. I don't know why, but I'm so excited. I'm going to see Taylor Swift, one of my cousins. We're meeting up in Washington, and then we're gonna drive across the border to Canada. And I'm so excited. Oh, that reminds me. I have been trying to figure out like what outfit I was gonna wear. Not trying to figure out. I already kind of knew. I'm going like with a Reputation theme. You know, actually, I used to not care about Taylor Swift. Okay, so I liked her in the very beginning when I was a child. And I remember I actually had a Fearless bag that held my piano books. But then I stopped. When was it? Probably after the Red album. They overplayed those songs way too much. I remember being like in middle or high school going to like church dances, and they would play songs from that album too many times. High school. It was definitely high school. So then I stopped listening to her, and then she came out with the Midnights album, and I was like, wait a second, I actually love this. So since then I've gotten more into her music, yeah, and kind of like became a Swiftie. It's entertaining for me. Okay, it's fun. I get hyperfixated on things, and so she kind of became like a little bit of a hyperfixation for me, a little special interest. I was watching live streams, all that stuff, yada yada. Anyways, my cousin and I were going to her concert on Saturday, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be like a little mom getaway because we both have kids, and it's just gonna be us. So I invited my in-laws to come here to help out my husband watching our kids, because like I literally have 2 sets of twins, and they're like, love them. It's hard to take care of them. So we called in some backup. What was I also gonna say? Oh yeah, so some of you guys may remember or know, actually I don't know, because I'm gonna post this on YouTube, so I don't know if I've talked about this on here. My kids, they're kind of like co-sleepers. They used to all sleep in their own separate bedrooms, but then in the beginning of this year, my boys all of a sudden got scared and really needed to be next to one of us, or like have us in the same room as the other. And we used to live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Wow, I'm like getting so sidetracked, but you know what? It's kind of fun to yap a little bit. We lived in a 2-bedroom condo, so my bedroom was in the living room, and I ended up just like sleeping in the boys' room with them, or I'd be with the girls and then my husband would go with them. Anyways, now we live in a house, and so the boys, we brought in a bed to be in our bedroom so that we're not trying to squeeze 4 people onto one bed. So the boys have a bed, me and my husband have a bed, but sometimes I do end up sleeping in the girls' room with them in their bed, because my kids they just really love being next to their parent, which is fine. I'm kind of hoping, you know, that they outgrow that a little bit, because I want my own space, but, you know, I get it. Safety, comfort with their parent, it's love. Yeah. Moving on. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. But the second bed that we have in our bedroom is also doubles as our guest bed. So since my in-laws are coming, I'm going to need to move that bed over into the guest room, which is supposed to be my boys' room. Actually, I have to do that tomorrow because the boys are sleeping on it right now. It's just after midnight. I just started the dishwasher, and my arm is getting tired from holding this up. So we're going to move down here. My house is not clean. It's not ready. In fact, I was actually just thinking about this because I went to a dance recital tonight. And I was like, oh, I need to wash some sheets. I need to make sure the dishes are done. I need to clean the house. Oh, our guest bathroom is still not able to be used because the toilet is not even attached. The hole is just empty because I need to replace the wax ring. So I will be doing that tomorrow, which will also be in this video today, in this little vlog, because I guess I'm gonna become like somewhat of a vlogger while also cleaning. I post cleaning videos on all my other pages, but we're gonna throw a little bit of lifestyle in there, and clearly I miss talking and connecting to people. I'm not sure about the shower though, because we did have to take part of that off because when he was removing, I'm like all over the place. I guess not everyone knows everything. My kids flooded our second bathroom. It was a very unfortunate event. The faucet in there is similar to like a kitchen faucet where like it moves back and forth. So someone left it on, but not pointed into the sink. It was pointed directly onto the counter. And I was putting the girls down for a nap, and I have no idea how long it was running, but it flooded that bathroom and everything got stuck underneath the LVP flooring. Thankfully, when the guy, I called like a restoration company to come and check it out, he came, pulled up the planks, and there was just tile underneath there, so we don't have to replace any subflooring or anything like that. It was actually the same exact tile that's in my bedroom and bathroom. So I'm assuming that the whole house, it just has tile underneath the LVP flooring from the previous owners. Anyways, while he was taking those out, he noticed some mold on the ones that were touching the shower, so he had to remove that little area and tape it off. We're trying to figure out with insurance like if they're going to cover any of that or not, to decide like how we're gonna move forward. Literally just moved from a moldy apartment in North Carolina, which is like really unfortunate, and that was kind of a nightmare situation because management was like not very helpful at all. So yeah, hopefully it's not that bad, but we do need to like kind of get that taken care of, because even if it's not toxic black mold, like mold in general is not good for you. And my kids are like sensitive. Like we moved from the apartment because my kids were sick all the time from this mold. Yeah. Oh, and I guess I haven't even described here what had happened. I think I did post a YouTube short about it like months and months and months ago. But I basically found a ton of mold in our utility closet, or like our water heater closet, the HVAC unit was, and we realized that the HVAC had a slow leak for like 2.5 years. It was terrible. I should get to bed. Will I go to sleep right away after I turn this off? Probably not, but I should. I'll see you tomorrow. Just watched that back and realized I had nasty things on my lips, little dried lip pieces, so sorry about that. That's disgusting, and yes, I am breaking out. Son helped me clean up these books. I just moved this bookshelf into here. It was in the living room, but I moved it here, and I also moved our second Christmas tree in here, because I thought, isn't that so nice? Like cozy, the kids could come in here next to the tree and read a book. I love it. I also have a recliner that I kind of want to move into here, and I hate this train table, especially since my kids keep using my living room as like their toy room. I'm kind of thinking like I need to pull this toy organizer out into the living room, maybe. And I really want to be like organized and have category bins. I try to do, but maybe the kids will be better about picking up if I don't have necessarily category bins. One of my kids really does like the categories. He's very particular about things, but maybe if I just have like toy bins and then I just like have them all, pick them up and put them in any type of bin, that they'll like be better about cleaning up with me. This is the guest room though, so I'll have to, I think I'm gonna bring the crash pad and the nugget into the playroom. The kids do like this room, even though it's like kind of cluttered right now, because it's just all soft.
This is from the day that the dude came and replaced our windows, one in the bathroom and one in the front room, because those rooms got so stinking hot. All the windows in my house are just builder grade windows, and I'm surprised that the previous owners never switched them out, because they like updated the flooring here and added cabinets and stuff, but I personally would have switched these windows out first before doing any of that other stuff, especially considering the fact that I know they had kids here and one of their kids had to sleep in that front room. Holy crap, it gets so hot here in the summer, like literally 116 degrees or hotter, and that front bedroom feels like hell. I'm not even kidding you. It was horrible when we first moved in here. Although if their kids were born here, maybe they are used to it, or maybe they had extra fans they were able to put in that room. I have no idea, obviously, because I didn't live here with them. And yes, in case you've noticed, my voice literally sounds terrible. Well, actually, not gonna lie, I kind of like the way that my voice sounds when I'm sick, but yeah, I'm sick. My lovely toilet.
I'm gonna have the window guy do it.
I talked about this on Instagram and TikTok, but I was going to replace the wax seal on my toilet myself, or the wax ring, because obviously when my kids flooded that bathroom, we had to remove the planks, and then that required taking the toilet off. That's when we noticed that the wax ring was disintegrated and needed to be replaced. I was fully prepared to replace it myself. I bought all the supplies. It was like $5 to $10, really inexpensive, but I just could never find the time to do it. And so when the window guy he had to go to the bathroom while he was at my house, he had to use my personal bathroom inside my bedroom, but my kids were sleeping in there. I forgot these dishes. I told him the whole backstory of why the other toilet wasn't connected, and then that's when he offered. He was like, oh, well, I could replace that for you. I could do that for you. I was like, wait, really? And he said, yeah, no problem. I'll do it after I'm done with the windows. I was like, okay, yes. Thank you very much. I accept. After he fixed the toilet, he decided to go up into the attic, and he was checking the insulation levels to see if he needed to rake the insulation. I don't really know any of that information stuff, but he had talked about it this summer when he was last here. So he was up there doing that when all of a sudden he came back inside the house and he's like, yeah, so I have a situation.
The house broke.
Yep. It sure did. So that was unfortunate. He literally fell through the ceiling. But as of the moment of me recording this voiceover, it has already been fixed. So there's no longer a hole in my garage ceiling. Now we're moving on to the guest bedroom. As I've talked about before, this is the soft play area. I was trying to turn it into somewhat of a sensory room, but I need to deep clean this area so that it is ready for my in-laws. And yeah, I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, not because this room was messy, like super bad or anything like that. It really wasn't. It was very mild. I just was overwhelmed by my life, as I usually am, as I always am. I'm always stressed and overwhelmed. In fact, speaking of, I really need to get on medication and to get myself a therapist here. I literally haven't had therapy since before I moved here, and that is just a tragedy. That is very unfortunate because I feel like therapy is for everyone, and everyone should be in therapy. Oh yeah, and if you didn't already notice, this is my husband Cole. He isn't usually a part of my videos, and in fact, it's kind of funny. I've had people comment about it on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, like asking where he is or does he ever help me clean? Like, of course he does. But this page, these channels, these things that I create, they're like not for him. They're like about me. And I'm filming myself cleaning, so like I don't usually include him because this page isn't about him. This is the messy stay-at-home mom, not the messy stay-at-home dad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, one of the things I miss about our old place, our condo that we lived in, is the carpet. I mean, not fully, because I do like having the hard floors in the kitchen, for example. Like if they make smells, oh my goodness, if they make spills, it's easier to clean up. I need to mop everything because the floors are very dirty and I don't need my guests having dirty feet. Okay. Today I'm mopping with my Tovar's Easy Spin Right mop, and I'm using the Lysol Mango Hibiscus all-purpose cleaning concentrate. This stuff literally smells so good. I have the spray version of the disinfectant, and oh my gosh, I love it so much. I would love if Lysol ever sponsor me one day. That would be amazing because I'm seriously obsessed with it. Sometimes I'll mop with the Dr. Bronner's Sal Suds, and that also works really well. I love how you don't have to use a lot of product for these kinds of things, you know, because okay, on Clean Talk, I don't know if anybody else is like watching Clean Talk like I do, but some of the people that I follow and then other people that I don't, just like people in general on there, they use so much product, which I get it. Part of it is like the whole Clean Talk vibes or whatever, is kind of using things excessively, which is totally fine if they can afford to do that thing. And I mean, I know it's satisfying, so they get to like make money off of that and what have you, but I cannot afford I cannot afford to be using so much excess product, especially Like, I mean, I'm a kind of a person who reads the directions on the back of the bottle. I'm not saying these people don't read the directions, but if you do read the directions on the back of your bottles, most of them say you only need 1/8 of a cup or even 1 to 2 tablespoons of the product. I don't know the conversion rate of those. Maybe that's the same thing. But you just need a tiny little bit per gallon of water. And like the product goes far. It goes very far. And you know what? If you use too much product, it actually can make your floors dirtier. It's not everyone, because maybe other people are rinsing off with water, but if you have any leftover residue, it actually attracts more dirt. I'm just saying. That actually reminds me of like laundry talk. I'm not usually on there, but I've seen people do overloads, I think is what they call them. And they use they basically are making laundry soup. Okay, they're out here mixing so many products, using so much detergent, fabric softeners, fabric beads, all kinds of stuff in their clothes or their blankets, what have you, and that's just not necessary. You see this amount of detergent that I use, that's all you need. And then I use some white vinegar, and I just use a teeny bit of scent beads. I don't even use them for everything, but you don't need a lot. Your clothes will be a lot cleaner. Don't use that much stuff. That's my 2 cents on that.
So I've been really busy since we last spoke with each other. I've been rearranging the house and doing a lot of cleaning. This is what the bedroom's looking like so far. Nothing fancy. I have the comforter in the dryer right now, so I need to put the sheets on the bed. I'll do that and just, let go. This is where I put the cushions and everything. This is where the guest bed used to be. My room is not clean by any means. This is where I keep the sheets. So, what in the world? I was kind of slept for a long time for their nap, but I do think they're probably gonna get tired soon. I need to feed them dinner.
Now with the magic of movie editing, we have made it to after I put my kids to bed and they already had their dinner, and I'm just folding up some towels, getting the bedding ready, making this the perfect guest bedroom. This ottoman was living underneath the kitchen table because I used to have the kids use this as like a kitchen bench, eating at the table instead of chairs. But lately I've been having the table pushed all the way up against the wall so that it's less space, less mess in my mind. So the bench hasn't been being used, so that's why I just moved it over there. But here is the state of the bathroom.
I want to clean this.
I started by vacuuming everything, getting any of that dirt out, because we did have workers that were taking the flooring up, and then the one who replaced the window. So I needed to make sure I got any residual broken window glass. There was just tiny little dust amounts in the guest bedroom, so I wanted to be sure that I got it out of here. And also, when you take a shower, you want to be sure that you're stepping onto clean ground. Otherwise, what was the point of taking a shower? And I know I'm talking about clean talk again. You know how they seriously scrub their toilets, get them bubbling? I love that. I love that for them. And sometimes I do that. That's the mop water from the guest bedroom. But sometimes I just simply have no time/desire. So I just did the Clorox wipe, and you know what? That is good enough for me. And here I am mopping the floors, getting all of the dirt up. This tile, I don't know when the last time it was cleaned, right? Because LVP flooring was just laying on top of it. So it was due for a clean, and as you will see with the mop water, it was much, much needed. But go ahead and leave in the comments what you think I should do about the flooring in here. I personally don't want to put LVP back in here. I'm kind of fine with this tile. This is the same tile that's in my bedroom and bathroom, but there are some imperfections on the tile. I believe that the previous owners actually painted this tile. I could be wrong, but I can see up along the baseboards in my bedroom and in the bathroom where it looks like the color of this tile flooring went up onto the baseboards. And as you can see around the toilet, part of it has cracked. So not the toilet, but the tile itself. So it doesn't visually look that appealing.
which is totally fine. I mean, we're not trying to sell this house anytime soon. We think we're going to live here for a while. Technically, we're renting, but technically we own it. It's a complicated situation, but we can just think of it as rent to own, okay? But yeah, vote down below what you think we should do in here. I personally was looking up like good bathroom flooring, especially if you have kids, and results that were coming up were porcelain or ceramic tile.
Hi.
Here comes my husband.
Can I come back?
No, she's naked.
Obviously, my husband finally came back with the in-laws. There is the dirty water pour, very nasty. And here is the after. I think the bathroom turned out pretty good. Yes, I forgot to clean the mirror. Oops.